Hi, this is Terri J. Vaughn.
What's up, y'all? This is Tristen J. Winger.
Hey, what's up? This is Vaughn.
And this is Ryan.
You are kicking it with Kelly Brew.
And you're kicking it with Kelly Brew.
It's KELLIEBREW.com.
Now, we are here celebrating 20 years of AGC.
Yes.
Can you tell us why this night is so special for you?
Oh my God, because I remember when Wendy first started this. We were on the Steve Harvey show and she started this school and she's been going strong with it, pouring into young people from way back then, and I'm just so proud of her, and I just think that this is about excellence and, you know, and being and respecting our craft and our love and our passion for the craft, and she's just amazing. I admire her, I love her, and I want to be here to celebrate her tonight.
This is so special. I came to Amazing Grace Conservatory in 2000. That was 17 years ago. If it wasn't for Amazing Grace Conservatory, I wouldn't be where I am right now. I'm not going to start naming names, but I mean, everybody here, I'm going to start naming names. Miss Wendy, Mr. Coley, Miss Gigi, everybody here, man. I would not be the person who I am. Performing arts, we needed this in South LA. We needed this. If it wasn't for my mom hearing about this place over the radio for the Black Business Expo in 2000, I would not have known about this place. There would be no Tristen J. Winger. I wouldn't have been on Insecure on HBO. I wouldn't be on 50 Central on BEC. I love this place.
Honestly, I love AGC. I love it with everything that's in me. All three of my children have gone through the program. I've come up and I've spoken to the kids. I've been to all the shows. I'm a fan. Man, for 20 years, I was a part of AGC maybe a year after it started, and it's just been incredible. I was Dorothy and the Wiz, which was what, almost 20 years ago. That says how old I am. But just being a part of this, we're all family. We're all still really, really good friends with people that we were at AGC with. And Miss Wendy has given back to the community and done so many things, and I think the children of the community now need to be a part of it. It's just an amazing thing to be a part of, and it keeps people out of trouble. You're learning something, and it's the connections that you make are just out of this world.
I remember when AGC first started, I took vocal lessons there when I was a kid, and they just do so much great work in the community for these kids and showcasing their talent. So I'm very proud of them.
I think another special thing about it is when you see, a lot of times you'll see these celebrities give back to the community, quote unquote, and it's like, they may go and do one thing here or one thing there, but it's something that she's established that has had the ability to have the longevity of 20 years. So not only is she in her career a mentor and someone to look up to, but her in her philanthropy, it's affected both of us, and it's continuing to affect other people. So it makes you look at her and say, you know what? Well, I want to do the same thing. I want to start my own nonprofit in order to help people, and I hope that it outlives me. So it just to be a part of that, and to be something that grew up in it. I can now start my own things and hope to mold it kind of like how this affected me.
Now, since we are celebrating 20 years, I must ask, what is one piece of advice you would love to give your 20-year-old selves?
I actually just posted about this, but I was talking about my 17-year-old self, but I would still tell my 20-year-old self, just be you, be happy. I actually just watched this clip of NDRE. I think it was like a soul session with Oprah, and one thing that resonated with me so strongly was she said, your real job in life is to be yourself. And I think that if we all put that and remember that and live that, you can only be happy, you can only be successful, because as long as you're yourself and you're true to who you are, the road is endless, you know what I mean? It's just like, it's incredible, and I would totally tell myself, be you, do what makes you happy, and keep living, girl.
Tell myself to trust myself. I feel like we always second guess ourselves, and I truly believe that our instincts and our intuition is God within us, and so we shouldn't question that no matter what. It might not look like the right thing to do, it might feel like it's so against the grain, but I feel like those instincts are God, and we should trust that more.
Good. I
Yeah.
I would tell my 20-year-old self to be present. Being such a goal-oriented person, sometimes I look at my life and I'm like, okay, well, I don't want to get content where I am, so what else could I be doing? What more could I do? Well, here's my 5-year plan of the goals that I have set. And sometimes it's like, whoa, Ryan, just enjoy where you are right now, because honestly, the past and the future really don't exist. All we have is the present, So it's like, if you're not in the moment, you'll look up and you've kind of missed everything, every enjoyable moment that really was either a teachable lesson or just something that you were just supposed to kind of look around you and enjoy God's glory. So.
You got a word on you today. I felt that. Yes, both of y'all. Speaking of being in the present and today, you just released an album, Pretty Girl. Now, for those people who are watching, people out there in the world and the YouTube sphere, that's where it's going to be on there. What can they expect from this album if they haven't had the pleasure of listening to it already?
Oh man, the best way that I can put this album is an emotional journey of self-discovery, and that's what it was for me, and that's what I wanted to share with people, so that I could maybe inspire people to do the same things with themselves and be comfortable in who they are.
You are also an artist. I love your work.
Thank you.
When are we getting some new music? Because I can't tell you how many times I'm gonna break the replay button on YouTube for Best Friend. That's like my jam.
Thank you. I've been working on some new stuff, been writing, experienced a few things, so I have a lot to write about now. I was laying low for a couple years, kind of figure out what my path was and what I really wanted to do, but I'm getting back in the swing of things and recording now, so hopefully, I would say, fingers crossed, the beginning of next year, 2018, I'll have some new stuff out.
What has it been like, the transition from the internet to the big screen now?
First and foremost, it's a blessing, and I treat it the same way. Working with Issa, that was family. Being on set on weekends, we work our 40-hour-a-week jobs, and we come on the weekends and we play at her dad's office and do Awkward Black Girl. And then that transitioned into the HBO show, which I'm so proud of her for. Like, it's been amazing though. But that was the springboard that brought me into that show and brought me to, the forefront for casting directors and people to notice me, and for other things that are happening in my life too. So I'm super grateful.
You are shooting your first action movie. Yes. What was the hardest part of that?
Learning how to hold a gun the right way and not look scared or like, oh, she don't know what she's doing.
You're holding a gun? You're going to have to bust a cap in somebody's butt, huh? That's what's going to happen.
Do I have to find out? Right now, the title is Muna, but that could change, so don't hold me to it. Hopefully, it'll be out early next year.
Speaking of amazing, you're amazing.
Thank you.
Bernie told me that, the whole cast of the Steve Harvey show is supposed to be in the building tonight.
I hope so.
So I need to know, and I have to know, because reboots are so current right now.
Uh-huh.
Would you guys ever do a Steve Harvey show reboot?
That would be a question for Mr. Harvey. Yeah.
Would you be down for it, though?
I would. Me and Wendy, we always talk about it. We gonna do our own thing.
Speaking of Claus, what can we expect for season 2?
That's a good question. I haven't seen any scripts, but I know that there's going to be sex, violence, and money.
Sounds like a magical combination.
There we go.
Yes. Speaking of magical, you look magical, and this
Thank
night is all about you.
Thank you.
You look magnificent, and thank you so much for speaking with us.
Thank you. Thank you. Mwah!